Hello, everyone. A few weeks ago, I posted a video about solving nighttime bathroom visits, and it's already been watched over 350,000 times. Thousands of comments have poured in. I've been reading every single one. I finally slept through the night. I feel like I got my life back. I haven't felt this rested in years. Reading those words fills my heart in a way I can't describe. This is why I do what I do. Now, many of you went out and bought a jar of good natural honey after watching that video, and I appreciate that. But here's what's been keeping me up at night. Are you only using that precious honey for 1 tablespoon before bed? Just for the nighttime bathroom trick? That beautiful jar of honey has so much more to give you. So today, I brought my ACE card. By the end of this video, you'll know how to use every last drop of that honey. Not just to sleep through the night, but to fill the holes in your bones that are quietly making them weaker every single day. But before I go any further, I need to ask you something important. Please hit the like button right now. I know I ask every time, but here's why it matters so much today. Osteoporosis is called the silent disease because it destroys your bones without a single symptom until you fall and break. The person who needs this video most might not even know they need it yet. Your one like could push this into someone's feed at exactly the right moment, before the fall, before the fracture, before the wheelchair. Your like today could save someone's independence tomorrow. Please press it. And subscribe to Golden Age Glow if you haven't already. We're here every week fighting for your health. Now, bones. You might be surprised I'm suddenly talking about bones, but listen to me carefully. After 60, bone health is directly connected to whether you live independently or end up needing full-time care. How have your mornings been lately? When your feet hit the floor, do your bones ache? Going downstairs, do you feel a little nervous, a little tense? When the crosswalk signal starts flashing, do you worry whether you'll make it across in time? And if you fall and damage your hip, the consequences are almost too painful to describe. Months of hospitalization, rehabilitation, and for some people, never walking independently again. That's why so many of you have been diligently drinking milk, buying expensive calcium supplements, eating small fish every day. You're trying so hard. But most of you aren't seeing results, and there's a scientific reason why. Calcium is an extremely finicky nutrient. When you swallow it, it doesn't just obediently march to your bones. Most of it drifts through your bloodstream, circling aimlessly, and eventually gets flushed out through your urine. Gone. Wasted. But here's what's even more frightening. The calcium that doesn't leave your body can stick to the inside walls of your blood vessels, making them hard and stiff. You tried to strengthen your bones, and instead, you aged your arteries. This tragedy is happening right now inside the bodies of millions of people who take calcium without knowing this. So what's the solution? Today, I'm going to tell you everything. To get calcium into your bones, it needs a guide, something that escorts it to the right destination. And that guide is hiding inside the jar of honey already sitting in your kitchen. Honey contains a trace mineral called boron, and boron changes the entire fate of the calcium you consume. But before I explain how, I need you to understand what's actually happening to your bones right now. Most people think bones are solid, permanent, unchanging, like concrete. They're not. Your bones are alive. Right now, at this very moment, your body is simultaneously breaking down old bone and building new bone. Special cells called osteoclasts are dissolving worn-out bone tissue, while osteoblasts are constructing fresh bone to replace it. When you're young, these two processes stay in perfect balance. But after 60, the demolition crew starts working faster than the construction crew. Tiny holes appear. The bone becomes like a sponge, full of gaps. That's osteoporosis. And the terrifying thing is, it progresses completely without pain. Osteoporosis says nothing. It gives you no warning. It just quietly, silently hollows out your bones day after day. Then one day you stumble and snap, a fracture. And only then, lying in a hospital bed, do you discover that your bones were already critically weakened. What follows is long hospitalization, painful rehabilitation, and for some people, the permanent loss of the ability to walk. That's why today's information is so critical. You're not in pain yet. You haven't fallen yet. Right now is your golden window to protect your bones. Don't let this window close. All right, let's get into it. Here's what boron, the mineral inside your honey, actually does for your bones. I'll explain it as clearly as I can. Boron's first job. It stops calcium and magnesium from escaping through your urine. You can swallow all the calcium in the world, but if it's constantly being flushed out through your kidneys, it's meaningless. Boron acts as a plug, a drain stopper. Picture this. You're trying to fill a bathtub, but you forgot to put the plug in. No matter how hard you turn the faucet, the water never rises. That's exactly what happens when you take calcium without boron. It flows right through you. Honey's boron stops the drain. It keeps calcium inside your body where it belongs. This single effect dramatically changes how much calcium actually reaches your bones. Boron's second job. It cleans your blood vessels from the inside. Here's something most people don't know. Bones are living tissue with a dense network of tiny blood vessels running through them. These vessels deliver oxygen and nutrients directly to your bone cells. But as you age, these blood vessels harden, accumulate debris, and narrow. If the delivery routes are blocked, it doesn't matter how much calcium you consume. It can't reach the bone cells that need it. A research team from Yale University published remarkable findings. People who consumed honey daily showed measurable improvement in blood vessel elasticity, with their vascular age becoming an average of 3.8 years younger. 3.8 years might sound small, but in your body, every single year makes a measurable difference. Imagine what 3.8 years of younger, more flexible blood vessels means for the nutrients trying to reach your bones. It's an enormous change. Boron's third job. It helps balance your hormones. This is especially important for women after menopause. When estrogen levels drop sharply, bone breakdown accelerates dramatically. The sponge-like deterioration of bone often begins precisely during this period. Boron has been shown to help maintain appropriate estrogen levels, slowing down the rate at which bone is dissolved. This is another of honey's hidden powers. Let me bring this together. Honey isn't just something sweet. Inside your body, it stops calcium from escaping, cleans the blood vessel highways to your bones, and balances the hormones that control bone breakdown. 3 jobs, simultaneously, from 1 tablespoon. It's a genuine bone guardian. But here's the problem. Even with honey doing all of this brilliant work, clearing the roads, plugging the drains, balancing the hormones, if you don't have the right building material, your bones still can't rebuild. It's like polishing a key and oiling a lock, but having nothing to put inside the warehouse. The door is open, but the shelves are empty. So what is the ultimate bone-building material? Milk? Calcium supplements? The answer is black sesame. I know, some of you are surprised, but listen to this. The calcium content of black sesame is 10 times higher than milk. Gram for gram, black sesame delivers 10 times more calcium than a glass of milk. A tiny amount of black sesame provides what would take an entire glass of milk to match. And for the many people, especially in Asia and among seniors everywhere, who experience bloating, discomfort, or diarrhea from milk due to lactose intolerance, Black sesame is a godsend. All the calcium, none of the digestive distress. But black sesame's power goes beyond calcium. This is crucial. Bones aren't made of calcium alone. For calcium to properly attach to bone and create strong tissue, two other minerals are essential: zinc and magnesium. Zinc helps create new bone cells. Magnesium acts as the glue that bonds calcium firmly into the bone structure. And remarkably, black sesame contains all three: calcium, zinc, and magnesium in one single food. A perfectly balanced bone-building package available at any grocery store for just a few dollars. Now let me explain what happens inside your body when honey and black sesame work together. This is where it gets truly beautiful. The boron from honey is waiting in your bloodstream. Then the flood of calcium from black sesame arrives. Boron immediately captures that calcium, preventing it from drifting to your artery walls, and redirects it toward your bone cells. The calcium travels through blood vessels that honey has already cleaned and widened. It arrives deep inside the bone tissue. And there, the zinc and magnesium from the black sesame lock the calcium firmly into place, building strong, dense bone structure. This entire process flows smoothly because both ingredients are working in perfect partnership. Calcium that's delivered and anchored. Roads that are cleared and maintained. This is the scientific power behind combining honey and black sesame. Neither one alone is sufficient. Together, they fill the holes in weakening bones with real, lasting strength. But before we go further, I need to address something important. The honey in your kitchen. Is it real honey? Some honey sold in stores is made by feeding bees sugar water instead of letting them collect nectar naturally. It looks like real honey, it tastes sweet, but it contains almost none of the boron, enzymes, or minerals that make honey medically powerful. Worse, the sugar content in fake honey actually increases calcium loss through your urine. You'd be trying to save your bones while actively damaging them. How to check. Look at the label for the delta 13C isotope ratio value. If the number is negative 22.5 or lower, like negative 23, negative 24, negative 25, it's genuine natural honey. If that number is missing or higher than negative 22.5, the honey may be adulterated with sugar water. Check your label next time you're at the store. It takes 10 seconds and it matters enormously. Also, choose dark honey whenever possible. Buckwheat honey, chestnut honey, or dark wildflower varieties contain significantly more antioxidants and minerals than light-colored honey. The darker the color, the stronger the bone-protecting power. I always choose dark honey myself. For black sesame, two rules are essential. First, buy toasted black sesame, not raw. Raw sesame seeds can pass through your digestive system completely undigested. All that incredible calcium, wasted. Second, always grind it into powder before using. Sesame seed shells are surprisingly hard. Even thorough chewing may not break them down enough for proper absorption. Use a mortar and pestle or a small blender to create a fine powder. This dramatically increases how much calcium your body actually absorbs. The recipe. Beautifully simple. You need 2 ingredients: natural honey and toasted black sesame powder. That's it. Mix 1 tablespoon of honey with 1 to 2 tablespoons of black sesame powder in a small dish. Stir until it forms a thick, slightly stiff paste. If it's too thick, add just a tiny amount of lukewarm water, but never hot water. Water above 104 degrees Fahrenheit destroys honey's delicate enzymes. Always use lukewarm or cool water. When eating, place a spoonful in your mouth and chew slowly. Let it mix thoroughly with your saliva. This improves digestion significantly. After swallowing, drink half a cup to 1 full cup of lukewarm water. This washes any remaining sesame particles down and helps the honey's enzymes spread throughout your system. Don't skip the warm water. It's an essential part of the process. When to eat: morning on an empty stomach or 1 hour before bed. Morning gives you maximum absorption because your stomach is empty. Evening allows bone building to overlap with your body's natural nighttime repair cycle. If nighttime bathroom visits concern you, morning alone is perfectly fine. Choose whatever fits your routine. The most important thing is doing it every day. Bone doesn't change in a day or two. Commit to at least 2 weeks to 1 month of daily use. That's when you'll start feeling it. My knees seem a little easier. Getting out of bed doesn't hurt as much. I feel more stable on my feet. These small shifts are your bones quietly rebuilding. Let me share a story that still moves me deeply. Eleanor was 75 years old, living in a small town in Kentucky. She'd spent her life farming, raising 3 children with her bare hands and a strong back. But in her 70s, her body started screaming. Every morning, the soles of her feet ached so badly, she cried just standing up. Her knees creaked and ground with every bend. She needed a cane even inside her own house. The hardest moment came when her little granddaughter ran to her with arms wide open. "Grandma, pick me up!" And Eleanor couldn't. Her knees felt like they'd snap. She had to look at that crying little face and say, "Grandma can't right now, sweetie. It hurts too much." She told me she's never forgotten that moment. The frustration, the heartbreak. Eleanor was diagnosed with osteoporosis. Her doctor warned that even a minor fall could cause a fracture. She tried everything: expensive calcium supplements, fish oil, daily milk. Nothing changed. Her stomach became so irritated from supplements that taking them felt like punishment. Then I asked her one simple question. "Eleanor, do you like sesame?" I taught her this exact recipe: honey and black sesame powder. She was skeptical. This little snack is going to fix my bones? But she agreed to try for 2 weeks. 1 week in. Something's different. My feet don't hurt as bad in the morning. Maybe I'm imagining it. 2 weeks in. I walked across my living room 3 times without my cane today. I haven't done that in years. I started crying. 1 month in. I sat on my porch and walked around my garden. I forgot how beautiful it is out there. And then, at her regular checkup, her doctor looked at the bone density scan results and said, puzzled, "Eleanor, what have you been doing? Your bone density numbers have improved significantly." No expensive treatments, no special drugs, just boron guiding calcium home through clean blood vessels anchored by zinc and magnesium. Eleanor threw away her cane. Now she walks to the park with her granddaughter every weekend, hand in hand. She wrote to me, "I tried it because I had nothing left to lose. Now I have everything to gain. I can hold my granddaughter again." One more story. James, 68, living in Colorado. He and his wife loved hiking together after retirement, but knee pain ended that. He assumed bones were a woman's problem. They're not. Men over 60 lose bone density just as surely as women. I recommended the honey sesame combination. His wife said, "Let's do it together." 4 months later, James sent me a photo from the summit of a mountain trail. Him and his wife, tears in their eyes, with a view of the valley below. We thought our hiking days were over. They're just beginning again. Important notes for specific conditions. For those managing diabetes, honey does contain natural sugars. If you're on diabetes medication or under blood sugar management from your doctor, please consult them first. For those with mildly elevated blood sugar but no medication, here's my suggestion. Reduce the honey to half a tablespoon and add 1 tablespoon of almond powder. The fiber and healthy fats in almonds slow sugar absorption into your blood, preventing spikes while preserving the boron benefits. For those with kidney concerns, black sesame is rich in potassium. If your doctor has restricted your potassium intake, avoid daily black sesame consumption and consult your physician first. Taking care of your health means knowing your own body's limits. That's smart, not weak. Tips for sticking with it. Keep the honey jar and sesame powder container somewhere visible in your kitchen. If you can't see them, you'll forget. Attach it to an existing habit. Eat the paste before your morning tea, before reading the newspaper, before checking your phone. And please, don't demand perfection. Missed a day? Missed 2 days? That's fine. Just start again tomorrow. Quitting because you missed 1 day? That's the real loss. I forgot yesterday, but I'm starting again today. That attitude alone will carry you. One more thing. While continuing this daily routine, try to get 15 to 20 minutes of sunlight each day. Vitamin D, which your body produces from sunlight, helps calcium absorb even more effectively into bone. You don't need intense exercise. Just sit by a sunny window or take a gentle walk outside. The calcium that honey and sesame deliver will anchor even more firmly with vitamin D's help. Think of your bones like a savings account. When you were young, you made deposits every day, building bone, storing strength. But after 60, withdrawals start exceeding deposits. The balance keeps dropping. Today's method is like making small, steady deposits every single day. A declining bank account is stressful, but declining bones are far more dangerous. Because when that account hits zero, you don't just lose money, you lose your ability to walk. Let's grow that bone savings account together, starting today. I'm too old. My bones have always been weak. Please don't think that way. Your body rewards every bit of care you give it. The tablespoon of honey and sesame powder you mix in your kitchen today will determine how you walk 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Whether you're leaning on a cane against a wall or strolling through the park hand in hand with your grandchild, that difference is built by these small, daily moments. Into your 80s and 90s, walking tall on your own 2 feet, scooping up your grandchild without a second thought. That's the future this recipe is building for you. Start today, not tomorrow, today. If this video was helpful, please hit the like button. If you know someone struggling with knee pain, bone loss, or osteoporosis, please share this video with them. Your one share could be the moment someone throws away their cane. Subscribe to Golden Age Glow and hit that bell for next week's video. I promise it will be worth your time. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. That means the world to me. Take care of your bones, take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time with more real, useful, life-changing health information. Stay strong, stay steady. You deserve every beautiful step ahead of you.